y'all.
Hey,
I'm Shakur.
and I'm Ebony.
And welcome to the Unapologetically Us podcast, where we talk about life, mental health, fitness, finances, and everything in between. Thank y'all again for joining us. I hope you guys been tuning in and engaging in conversation with us, listening, sharing, commenting, and so forth. But if you're here or it's your first time here, welcome.
And continue to send us feedback. I've been, seeing people say, "Hey, I'm caught up. I've been listening to the episode or whatever." Feel free to give us your feedback, whether it's to our email or under our personal pages or under the post that we make for episodes. But feel free to let us know we welcome all feedback.
Yes.
Like I said in one of the previous episodes, we can only get better as the feedback comes. We won't know areas of improvement unless, the feedback is there. So, child, listen, what's been up with you?
No, I'm just
it's
joking.
the side for me.
I'm just joking. As we enter into the holiday season and...
Well, some people already been there.
Yeah, because clearly it's a thing to put your Christmas tree up after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dang, let me catch up.
Yeah.
No. My Christmas tree not going to go up till a day before Christmas. And then...
A day before Christmas?
A day before Christmas. And then I'm going to take it down in March. I'm going to do better this year. Okay.
I'm going to put it back after Thanksgiving.
Huh?
After Thanksgiving.
Huh? No, seriously, I am. I'm going to try to put it up after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We're not going to talk about what it's going to be like taking it down.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to try to put it up. Yeah, because I like that, I like the way the home feels when it's
right.
decorated.
So don't put it up the day before Christmas.
I know, but I did good last year because last year I had my little theme, my little plaid theme, which I'm doing again. Yes. But I liked it, I just did it a little late. So after Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna put the tree up and decorate the house, put the decor, put the little on the door,
a little wreath.
Child, listen, it's gonna be a struggle.
Okay.
It's gonna be a struggle, but I'm gonna get her done.
Okay. See, I thought about decorating my place, and then I went and looked at how much trees cost and decorations cost and all the other things that cost, and I was like, I don't know if I want to decorate my little space like this for all this money. So kudos to all of y'all that are, because I thought about the take down too, and it's like, oh, it's just me. Like, you have children, you can tell your children to come in there and help you take this stuff down and put it up. And it's fun. It's like, hey, let's go decorate the tree. Because as a kid, I like doing it, but as an adult by myself, no, I don't. So
not fun.
So but okay, holiday spirit.
Yeah, kind of jumping into the holiday spirit, and it's gonna be my first Christmas married. So,
y'all should do matching pajama pictures.
Well, we did matching pajamas last year.
Picture?
Well, no,
exactly.
Pictures.
Y'all should say Christmas photos.
That's what I said. It was like, I don't feel like doing it. That's low down,
child.
Listen. But what about you? What's going on with you?
My child, listen, is to trifling people. People are trifling. And it puzzles me because people who are trifling move like they will never be in that position and wouldn't want people to do them the way that they do people. And if you are someone that preys on people's emotions, you are a trash human being. And when your time comes, I hope, no I don't. Let me not say that. I was about to go there. This is the 3rd episode today. The wine is talking. No, it's not. This is really me. It's my true feelings. You could only hope that those around you wouldn't do you the way that you've done people in the past. So you have been preaching in these past couple of episodes about doing the right thing and being nice. And it really pays to do the right thing.
Yes.
It pays to treat people with kindness and respect. It pays to just be nice to people. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We learned that in kindergarten. I learned that in kindergarten. It's called the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And then I later found out there was somewhere in the Bible, so somebody can, quote me and tell me that. But trifling people are trash. Child, listen.
Facts. Preach, preacher. That's true.
That burns everything in me. And then you be trifling towards people who ain't did you nothing. Mm-hmm. I can see if somebody did you something and you do something back, but you being trifling to people who ain't did you nothing, that's trifling.
Yes, absolutely.
That's actually sad. To me, that screams I'm a sad, pathetic human being. But child, listen, that's all I have. Other than that, life is great. Everything's good. My bills is paid. My car is fixed. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Ooh. So.
Baby, she with them. I'm over here like, whoever you may be.
This is just in general. We ain't talking about nobody in particular. No, this is just in general. Anyway, we're going to get into today's episode by the topic. Am I the problem?
Is it me?
Is it me? Am I the problem? And it's geared around self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage. What is self-sabotage? I'm gonna tell you.
Come on. Cause if she ain't gonna do nothing else, she gonna give you a definition. Period.
I'm gonna give it to you. So self-sabotage is when people do or don't do things that block their success or prevent them from accomplishing their goals. Self-sabotage.
So I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about this book called The Big Leap. And in The Big Leap, they were talking about upper limit problems and lower limit problems, things that you don't understand is blocking you and hindering you from reaching the goals and the heights and the things that you could potentially reach. Mm-hmm. And I was like, dang, that's crazy, because when you think about now, even with this podcast or whatever, and we've been going strong consistently, but and it's a rewarding thing to do. Like, we're literally sitting in front of a camera having a conversation that we normally would have off the phone anyway. We were supposed to meet last night and talk about this record date, and we ended up talking about 50 million other things. We was on the phone for 2.5 hours. Mm-hmm. So, but at the same time too, I can't speak for, I can speak for me. Sometimes I be wondering, like, dang, do people really care to hear what we say? Or are we giving people good episodes? Are we getting good topics? If we have a good topic, are we meeting the expectations of how you feel or felt we would go with that topic? Yeah. And so, if it wasn't for like the thing of like, okay, let's just keep pushing because this is new, this is fresh, we're maneuvering through, I can see where it's easy for people who have started podcasts to then stop. Because it's like, what? Because you go in thinking, I'm finna get 50 million views, and you may come in on a high note with all these views, and then next thing you know, your views done went down, and you thinking this may not be the road for me, but not knowing that some people, even I learned this, some people like to binge.
Yeah.
So they gonna let you get X amount of episodes in so they can binge listen to you. Kind of like with Netflix shows and Hulu shows. Some of those that just come all out, they like to binge watch shows. So people do podcasts the same way. I think about when I discovered podcasts, the main people who I listen to, I caught them 2 and 3 years in. And so it just takes a little time.
Yes, definitely. And similar, I have those similar thoughts around who really listening, you know. And I try to not focus on the views and who's giving feedback and who's not giving feedback. And I try not to do that because you can self-sabotage. You can feel like, oh, I'm not doing what needs to be done, and then give up. And so we do that. People do that. I know it's happening everywhere where you feel like, oh, this isn't for me because people not giving this back. And that's with everything, you know. Even with making t-shirts, you know, I make shirts here and there now. But when I first started out, just trying to gain that knowledge and figure out what will be the best way to do this, different vendors and different products to use. And people really don't want to help you because for some reason they feel like it's not enough people in the world and I'm going to steal their business, right? But with
or they
that,
charging you,
or they charging you for vendors. Oh, here's my vendors, but I'll charge $25 for my vendor list. And things like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you one thing about me: if I know something, I'm gonna give it. You know, if there's some way that I can help the next person, I'm gonna give it. And so, to a certain extent, I understand what they mean, but come on, it's enough people in the world for everybody to make it. But anywho, I digress. Back to self-sabotage. You know, but you step into, and when people don't want to help, when there's no one you feel like you can turn to, you then start having those thoughts. I can't do it. This isn't something that may be in my path, and then we quit. And that's me. With those behaviors, with those thoughts, I'm allowing myself to self-sabotage something that could have been a good thing within my life, but because I let those negative thoughts, I couldn't even get to the finish line. And so it's important to say, eliminate the negative thoughts and move forward, push forward.
And you know, with you talking about your t-shirt thing, we talked about this last night with me doing taxes. I do taxes. And I wanted to branch out and do, kind of get more clients this tax season. And as I'm gearing myself up and psyching myself up to, you know, take some pictures, get some content together, to put myself out there, you know, not with just the tax portion, but the bookkeeping things that I do, consulting that I, you know, like getting my actual business like out there. I get on social media and I'm seeing people like, oh, here come them folding arms tax professionals in their pictures who, you know, and I'm like, dang. And then it's like, stupid. But then, and so for me, it's like, dang, like, now if I come out with my picture or whatever, I didn't want to fold my arm, but if I came out with my headshot, you know, promoting my business, then I'm like, dang, I'm finna be classified as one of them. And I'm not one of them. You know, like, I know what they mean when they talk about that, because with taxes, and to truth be told, you don't really need an accounting degree to do it. Right, and so people are popping up out the woodworks, coming and getting a little, which if you doing it, you can make a quick little lick. You know, for 5 months, for the first 5 months of a year, it is beneficial. But it's like, but I'm not one of them. And so I have to, I'm like, well, I'm not posting that, or the fear in posting it. And I supposed to have been this. I posted like 2 years ago, and I never posted no more about it because I was like, who gonna come get their taxes done by me? Who worried about me? Who thinking about me? Or whatever. So that's me getting in my own head being negative, like, girl, please. Or, girl, they finna put you in the pot with somebody, with other people. But I did see people coming under the post like, I don't know who y'all use, but such just get me right every time, and I like them. And I'm like, you can get to that point if you just go ahead and put it out there, do your job. You're gonna have people that's gonna come back and give good feedback and be like, no, Ebony, she does good, like she got me right, or whatever. So yeah, even like I talked about this in one episode with my clients. Like, I be second guessing myself and telling them things, but it do make me feel good when
get that feedback.
I do get that feedback from them of like, hey man, thank you. I didn't think to do that, or you stand on me because I know that I was telling you this is what I want to do, and you've been keeping me on my toes, is getting you the things that you need so that I can get what I need from you, and I appreciate that. Yes. So that does make it a little better.
Yeah, definitely. But with self-sabotaging, there's types of behaviors that we present with. And so one of the types of self-sabotaging behaviors is procrastination.
Hi, my name is Ebony, and I am a serial procrastinator.
Yes. Oh my God. Procrastination has been a little bit less for me since I've been out of college, but baby, for all my therapist friends out there, me and a note, when it comes to writing a note, I ain't gonna do it. No. But no, for real, seriously, I procrastinate so much on writing my notes, and it just make me say, oh my God, I just don't need this. Like, I don't want to do electronic no more. I just want paper because I don't want to write these notes. Procrastination is real.
I be feeling like, why put off for tomorrow? You can put off for today. Why? I'm going to put off for tomorrow that I can just put off for today too. And then next thing you know, we done went by, and I probably done told you probably in the past month and a half on 3 different occasions I need to do headshots.
Yep, you did.
And I ain't did a single headshot.
I told her that I would take them.
She told me last night. You told me last night.
Well, because you always be, I'll do it on my own.
No, I never said that. I never said I do the headshots on my own. You only said that, well, I can do the headshots. And then when you tell me, like, that's true.
But how long have I, since you've been recording and doing these things, I'm like, oh, just let me know you need me. Just let me know if you need me. Oh, I'm coming out there so I can see you just cause, but Miss Independent over there.
No, it ain't. No. It's not Miss Independent. It's not. It's, for me, it's the vision. Like we were talking about the intro. I gave you a whole spiel of an intro. Did I? And I said, but we're gonna have to record it when we have time, because I know what I see. It's the thing of just putting it together. So even with the other stuff I want to do, it's not the thing of. It's more than just the vision and putting it together. It's also the confidence to do it.
True. Fast.
So it's not that, oh, I'm don't want no help and whatever. No, like I know what I see, and what I want that to happen. So if I, like a couple of real ideas I had, I see how I want it to go. And it's a matter of
executing,
putting it to execute. But at the same time too, I know me, serial procrastinator. If I get overwhelmed with it, I won't fool with it.
Me too. But that's me and this journal. Oh, I said I wasn't putting a journal.
She was trying to do a journal, Cause let me tell y'all, she be wanting to cap me on the episode and talk about what I ain't doing. But let's talk about this journal that you ain't done.
Hi, my name is Shaquan. I'm a procrastinator. No, oh my goodness, this journal, I don't know why it's a struggle. It's something that I want to do. I have the ideal, like you said, in my head on what I want it to look like, but executing it and I get overwhelmed and then I just stop.
Then stop.
I said I wasn't saying it on here because when we say it on here,
we eat it. We eat them words.
So then it's like, now I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I try to put it back in there before it came out. Yeah.
Coming soon. Whatever her journal name gonna be on the lookout for it.
And mental health journal.
Fitness and mental health journal by Shaquan Knighton.
Oh, she doing too much now.
What?
She put it out there. You put it out there too much. You don't say
no, cause what didn't you say in one episode? It was about fitness, but it's still tied to this accountability. Cause you can't sit here and tell me that I could have did your headshots. I could have did, and I'm just saying too.
All right, rightfully so.
Hello, kettle meat. I'm hot. But yes, procrastination is real. It's real and it's normal. You know, we both sit here or whatever, and yeah, we be procrastinating.
Yes, we do.
And not knowing that not realizing that procrastination is setting us back.
Yeah.
That sometimes some of the reasons why you ain't further ahead or you ain't got everything done is you are sabotaging yourself into doing it. We can both say that we get overwhelmed and that leads to procrastination. Yes. Some people may just be lazy.
Yes.
And that's how they become procrastinators.
Yes. And some people will use, and I don't know if it's really a thing or if it's just an excuse, oh, I work well under pressure, so I'm just wait till 6 hours before the due date or 6 hours before I need to do it or a day before it needs to be done. Ooh. When we're really sabotaging.
Because some people do really work well under pressure.
Yes, but how good is that pressure for you? How well is that working toward your growth or setting an example for the person watching? That's true. Things like that.
But they could take us to the next behavior of self-medication, which this is not self-medication, but that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Some people thrive off the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that I can agree with that. But just me personally. Now granted, I can say that, I still feel those feelings of being overwhelmed when it's 12 o'clock and I got a paper due tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm over here trying to pull resources and still write this end of this paper. And do it get done? And does it still produce A's? Yes. But because we see the success in it, we think, oh, that works. But I still would have been able to produce this A if I had it done a day or two before it was actually due, where I'm not missing sleep because I got to get this paper. The paper due at 8 o'clock, and here it is 4 a.m. and I'm still doing the paper. So am I self-sabotaging at that point? Kind of, because now the next time the paper done, because I was successful this time, it's gonna happen again.
And you can say, I'm not gonna do this. You gonna know that. I can wait till the day of and do it and come and it be the way that it's supposed to be.
Right, absolutely. But not all the time you try to. Like for me, I said my day's been busy, but I'm going to every day get these videos or these audio and do some every day. And here was Wednesday. I'm like, Lord, I still never, and so procrastination, sometimes we get comfortable in it and we're like, oh yeah, well, I'll just do it all this day, when then I'm stressed. I gotta eliminate stuff out of my day because now when I said I was gonna do it, this and that, then and we do what we want. want. We do it how we want because it fit last time, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm self-sabotaging. I'm setting myself up to have to be stressed and overwhelmed, and then make it successful, but doing it again. You know, and so like you said, into the next self-medication. Then when I'm doing that, when I'm procrastinating, what I'm doing, I got to get drunk. I got to do something, and whatever self-medication looks like for you, whether it's pills or alcohol, not wine, that don't count.
Not wine count.
Or whether it's sex, whether it's overly shopping, like whatever, gambling, whatever it could be, to those things that are that instant gratification that make you feel good about yourself when you're supposed to be doing the total opposite of it. I'm now self-sabotaging. I'm now putting myself where I need this drink to feel good. I need this to go to the casino to feel good, you know?
And you're using that, or you're using that as a, like, you know, like when you know you're supposed to do something, but you're too overwhelmed and you don't want to do it. So you go do something else anyway to take your mind off what you're supposed to really be doing. And so now you know, like you said, you drinking the wine, you drinking the liquor, you're having sex, you're doing this, you're taking the drugs, you're taking the pills, you're going to sleep, whatever, because you're like, you know what? I know I got to do these notes, but this is a lot. I'm stressed. The wind blew to the left instead of the right today. It's just a lot going on. I'm going to take a nap.
I'm just going to sleep. Yep.
And not knowing that you setting yourself back further and further, or you are allowing these things to hinder you, because we can go to self-medication when it goes to progression in your career.
Oh yeah.
Because you know whether we can feel how we feel about weed and whether it should be legalized or not. But with the reality of it is, whether it's legalized or not, companies have and I'm gonna say this because I know of somebody who went to California. I think California marijuana laws are a little different, but they were still drug tested for marijuana. And so it's like you are, it's like you know that you need to cut this out, but because you feel that you can't let it go, that you do it anyway, and then now you done messed yourself up.
Face those consequences.
And now you're hindered from going further in your career, going further on it, or getting a good job because you can't just not light it up real quick.
Light it up. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That marijuana stuff. It's difficult for everybody, but because of the stigma behind it for me, or just hearing people, is that it's okay. Like it's not even considered something bad or something that is a killer. Like, oh, it ain't out here killing people like this fentanyl out here killing people. Whoever died from marijuana, you know, but it's still a law.
Right. It's still something that they can test you for.
Yes.
So regardless of, you know, where it's saying where you live and the laws behind it, it's still something that you can get tested for. And they are at the discretion of either taking you through a drug abuse thing, or firing you,
or sending you to counseling and monitoring you.
Yeah, and monitoring you or whatever. So, you know, you can sabotage yourself in a way because you can't just you know, let that go. And we ain't talking about addictions, that's a whole nother thing, but you're knowing better in doing it and you didn't do it. And just the overall meaning behind self-sabotage and self-medicating, just using whatever the substance, have it be drugs or alcohol, to get you out of, like the definition says, that blocks you from your success. Whether that be I'm overwhelmed, whether that be I'm sad, I'm stressed, I'm angry, whatever it is, I'm going to use this substance, this alcohol, whatever, to block me from what is considered successful for me, from getting from this step to this step.
I'm using this because right now the struggles, the pain, the stress, it feels too much, and I'm gonna go ahead and just self-sabotage it because this alcohol, it feels better. Than what it feels like going through what I like to call the weight of the world. You know, and so that could lead us into the next component of self-sabotaging behaviors, which is perfectionism. Like wanting
everything to be perfect.
Everything to be perfect.
All my ducks have to be in a row before I do this. All of this has to be in place. The stars and the moon and everything has to align at the right spot for me to do it. And sometimes it's not, or most times it's not a perfect time to do something that you want to do. The time is just now. You gotta just do it.
Do it. You gotta just do it.
And you gotta be okay with, you know, of it not being perfect. And we was talking about this last night too. You know, when you think about people posting, you know, people who are into influencing, podcasts, whatever, you know, whatever the sort. If you listen to their stories, they always say the post or the episode that I thought was gonna be that one was never that one. It was the one that the post that I did not want to post, the episode that I did not want to do, the reel that I thought was just trash, but I need to get something out, so I just sent it, and that was the one. And sometimes when in that aspect, people ain't looking for perfectionism. They're looking at a realistic view.
Yes, absolutely.
I listened to a podcast with a girl with Kim on Stage like had a podcast with her sister. And she was like, I want to do a get ready with me that shows the realistic get ready with me. Not the whole, I put this shirt with this pair of pants, with these shoes and this bag. I want to show like, this is what I thought I wanted to wear, but when I put it together, I didn't like this shirt. So I switched shirts. Then I like how this shirt feel, but not the pants. So I switched the pants. Then I said, ooh, I don't like how these pants. So I went back to the pants that I did have to then end up wearing the first outfit I said I'm going to wear anyway.
Yep. Absolutely.
She was like, people get ready with me so like they bathroom be clean and realistically, no, it don't, because you be having makeup all over the place.
Towels in the sink.
Towels in the sink. You thought you did good. Got lipstick on your teeth. You got to clean it out. So I'm like, dang, you know, that's a good thing of showing like, hey, it ain't always perfect.
Yes.
And it's not. It's just not. And you have to you have to just get that out your head.
Yes.
And it's hard because we are our worst critic.
Yes.
So we want things to be perfect. We want it to look perfect. Because if I'm going to present this out to something, or I want to open this business, or do this event, or have a wedding, or do a proposal, or whatever, I want it to be perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. You know, I'm sitting thinking about perfection, just trying to think, or just thinking about the ways that I feel like I may have to be perfect. And it started really, and it's so funny that we're actually sitting on this podcast and we this far in. But for me, it was wanting to put out content, but not thinking that how I deliver it ain't perfect. Oh, I need to change this wording. I need to say this word. I need to not say, you know, and then recording it and then be like, nope, that ain't it. That's not perfect. When a video that I could post raw and uncut is going to get more views and likes than one that I was like, let me make sure that I'm at the right tone, the right pace, saying the right words, and then it not doing what I wanted it to do. And so trying to be perfect is definitely self-sabotage, because you're stopping, you're blocking, you're preventing yourself from moving forward.
Stopping your growth.
And you don't always realize it. Like, you don't always realize that me trying to or wanting to do this right in my eyes, which may be perfect. If it's not perfect, then I won't do it. The same with the journal that I'm talking about. If it's not exactly what I felt like I saw, if it ain't perfect, then it ain't happening. We have to get that out of our mind, because prime example, transparency. If I wanted to be perfect, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
I have this perfect image in my head, but nothing has came out. So it's not happening. I'm self-sabotaging by myself. I don't need anybody else to judge it. I don't need the views, the reports, the people purchasing. I don't need any of that because it ain't them. Because I did it myself.
And not even knowing that, like when I said about in one episode about the wigs, and people was like, "Oh, them wigs look good," but you know the imperfections in it. Mm-hmm. When you doing your journal or whatever, and you getting everything together, to the eye, the public view, we not seeing the imperfections. We didn't see that you really wanted this color, or you told people blue, but they said do red, and then when you did the blue, you didn't like the blue, so but you told them to do the red, and you know whatever.
Absolutely.
But then I feel like when you do that too, you are eliminating the learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're too busy worried about being perfect, you eliminate the learning curve. Yes. When we first started this podcast, and we were nervous the first episode, and we kind of got into it. But then I remember one of our feedback was like, "Oh no, y'all need to like give it."
Yeah,
because it was like y'all trying to censor yourself a little bit. And when you're thinking about it, that's true. We can't call this podcast Unapologetically Us, and we not being us. We're not being the real raw. You know, like you said, I'm a firecracker, I'm this or whatever. I know that I can bring a joke. I can joke about anything. Like when you said, and encourage yourself, and I said, in the Lord. And we started laughing, but that's me in the middle of a conversation. I'm going to bring a little light to it, to not make it be so. Now, if it needs to be heavy, it can be heavy. But to lighten it up, just lighten it up with a little fun little thing to say.
Absolutely.
So, if we too busy, if we focus too much on this episode and the content being, or episodes and content being perfect, then we would have never started.
Yep. Or stopped.
We didn't change lighting. We didn't change backgrounds. We didn't watch the back stuff and say, okay, let's do this.
Yep.
We still trying to figure out audio stuff or whatever. And it's like, but at the end of the day, if we say we're gonna record this day, we're gonna do it. And however it comes, we done lost video, we done lost audio. Like, nothing about this is perfect. We're doing your business. You done had, I'm pretty sure you done probably had times of like, okay, this didn't go. Even with sessions. Yeah. I probably could have did this a little different.
Yep.
Could have said this different.
Yes.
I hope that what I said to my client went over the way that I was trying to receive it.
Absolutely.
Same with me. Hell, I self-sabotage myself in the gym. I notice the more that I go, that like, hey, you've been pacifying this particular weight, yourself with this weight because you're scared of, oh, what if I drop it? What if I this? But you know that this is too light for you. Add something else onto that.
Yeah.
Or you know that you can go longer. Like when I said, oh, I pushed myself on the Stairmaster, and I dang near. I know I was huffing and puffing. Like I stood at the bottom of that Stairmaster for about a good 5-10 minutes trying to catch my breath. But you be so used to making sure, okay, I'm stepping like this, I'm looking like this. I don't want to look tired to people. Or I said that, and I probably have done it by now, posted a realistic view of the gym. I think I told you to do that.
You did.
Of them days of like where, like, we gonna show the set where we getting it. But we not showing no one.
Show me that struggle set. Show me that struggle set.
That struggle set, because we even want the real to be perfect.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't want to see that.
True. No.
But not want to. They want to see the days that.
Well, not even that they want to see it. They need to see it.
Yeah, they need to see it.
They need to see that there's a struggle. Not that, oh, she can do this every day. That's perfect. And that's what we deliver, because we're not putting out the hard days. And like you said, being able to show that, because that helps people see that it's not all perfect. It's not all just, like we said previously, walking through a field of flowers. It's not just, easy like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want the difficulty or because you're not perfect,
Mm-hmm.
that you're self-sabotaging.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta move forward. We gotta be able to move forward with the imperfections, with the struggles, with the stress, with the overwhelming feelings, and still do that.
And paying attention to the fact that there's always room for growth. We as humans are not even perfect. We are growing, day by day, season by season, month by month, year by year, whatever. Like what may have been perfect to you in one phase of your life may not be perfect in this phase of your life. So know that you are growing every day. Yeah. And so it's okay to not have everything figured out, not have everything together, and still be learning. When you think about as this podcast continues to grow, we may look back at the first 10 episodes and be like, dang, how this was even like certain trends and stuff. When you think about going to the homecoming dance in high school and how everything had to be like this, and then you look at you be like, what the heck was I thinking when I picked that dress? Who told me to wear that? So you sabotage yourself in with that perfectionism aspect of just trying to make sure everything is right, and it ain't got to be right.
It do not have to be. It does not have to be, because at the end of the day, everybody's walk is different, and you don't want to be the reason you stop walking.
Come on.
Why would we even want to be the reason that we can't grow? The reason that I be the reason that I don't get to move forward. That's crazy. So stopping those self-sabotaging behaviors and noticing. So some signs of self-sabotaging behaviors is being able to notice when I'm striving for perfection. Notice those things. Talk to your friends, talk to your support, so that maybe they can call you out. Like we previously discussed, hey, you say that you want to do this journal. You say that you want to do these headshots. Oh, all right, let's make it happen. So noticing those things, noticing when there's people that is not beneficial for you. Those toxic people. Those toxic people can cause you to self-sabotage and even procrastination. Learning to stop thinking that this works. Yeah. Because it's self-sabotaging behaviors. It's holding me back or blocking my success, blocking where I'm supposed to be. So noticing self-sabotaging behaviors is definitely important. Yes, it is.
Good topic for today.
Good topic.
We don't have a question. So when we don't have a question, we open it up to you guys in the comments to kind of, tell us ways that you feel like you self-sabotage yourself. Any things like lessons that you learned when you realized you were being self-sabotaging to yourself. And as always, if you have any questions or topic suggestions, please email us at unapologeticallyuspod@yahoo.com. It'll be below on the video in the description box and down below on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Or topic suggestions, please email us at unapologeticallyuspod@yahoo.com. It'll be below on the video in the description box and down below on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So we are going to take it down to the wind down. We got a little more wine in these glasses this time. Last time we was dang near finished with the wine. But I want to encourage the people today in the Lord, because with the podcast I was listening to when they was talking about self-sabotage. The lady made the comment of she was listening to a sermon or a podcast herself, and she said that when you think about the story of Peter walking on the water, everybody celebrates Peter walking on the water, but nobody celebrates him actually getting off the boat. So sometimes, though, you be so worried about the big picture that you don't celebrate the small victories, and the small victories may just be you drafting your journal template, me actually going and doing a headshot, me actually getting clips together for a reel to post, or me actually going ahead and making one text advertising post or whatever. So, you know, when you think about self-sabotaging, if you celebrate the small victories, you'll get to the big victories.
Right, yeah. Like, you know, taking that, even if it's not that full step, like previously stated, even if it's not that full step, it's just that stride in that direction to say that I'm moving forward. I'm not procrastinating. I'm not blocking myself. I'm not stressing myself, but I'm saying this is what I need to do to move forward.
So you don't have to celebrate the water making it to Jesus. You can just celebrate the fact that I thought in my mind that I can just at least get off the boat.
Absolutely.
I had enough faith to know that I can get off the boat. Now, whatever happened when I got off the boat, that was up to God and Jesus, but I made it off the boat.
Yes.
So, you know, just a little encouragement, like to just celebrate the small victories. Don't worry too much about the big picture. Of course, the big picture is the big picture, but the small victories are just as important as the big.
Yes, they are.
All minds clear?
All minds clear.
I was trying to finish my wine, but
one thing about it,
I'm going to finish my wine. Thank you guys for joining us this episode. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And until next time, we will see you guys in the next episode.
See
Bye
ya.
guys.